And there's something you said too about your mom. Both of us have mothers who had us later in life. My mom was
Right.
older. Your mom was older. I think that played a huge role.
Yeah.
Because we were taught differently.
Right.
And that example, I kind of feel like if my mama could do it, I have to do it.
Right.
And just seeing her life, knowing, living with her my entire life, knowing she was saved, like you say, for
Right.
real, it set that bar for me.
Yeah.
Where I know that even when I wasn't saved, and I wouldn't say that I never did anything wrong, because that's absolutely not true.
Right.
But at the same time, I always knew that I wanted to be saved. I always knew I had to be saved. And so we have that mindset.
Right.
A lot of my peers and a lot of your peers as well don't have that.
Right.
They don't have the mom in your ear, in your head. Go to church.
Yes.
You need to be in church. You need the Lord.
Right.
They don't have that. That
Yeah.
consistent. They don't have the person who make them go to church. And even though you're sitting there not wanting to be there, something inside you saying, "I'm scared to not go to church."
Yeah, it's just like it's just in you. It's like if I miss a Sunday, it feels weird. It's like I'm supposed to be somewhere, and it feels good to be at home. So I'm not gonna say it like I don't ever want to not go to church. Like there are days I wish I could just wake up late on Sunday, go to brunch with my friends, have a regular lazy Sunday. But it just doesn't feel right because I've been in it so long. And then I feel like at the same time, I'm like a generational hybrid, I guess I could say.
So am I.
Yeah.
I'm barely X still.
Exactly. And it's like I'm a millennial, but I'm an old soul. You know, I grew up with a mother who was older, with siblings who were older. And so I remember being, well, I was like 12, 13, talking to the lady that lived down the street with her boyfriend. And I thought they were married, but they were just cohabitating. And she would sit there and talk to me about her relationship, her kids, her frustration. And I'm a kid. Like I was always big for my age, but I was a child. And she was not the only one. Women would like, you know, I don't know what it is about me. People come to me and they're like, let me tell you about my whole life and what makes me cry and my child. I'm like, why? Why are we talking about this? But it's been a thing since I was a kid. And so this lady would come out on the stoop and talk to me till the sun went down and we would go home. And I was calling this woman my friend, but you're a grown woman with kids and a man, you know? And so it's just like, I think that because I have that old school mindset too, that keeps me, like I love the old time way, that old time church, that feeling that you had when you were a child, when the fear of the Lord kind of was a fear. Yeah. Like you would come to a revival, and when the prophet got up, you were shaking in your boots like, what is he going to say? I know he got a word, you know. And he's telling you, you called out. You are different. You are chosen. You are not going to fit in. You are this. And I used to tell somebody, I said, every time the prophet comes, I lose a boyfriend. Because they come and confirm that you're not supposed to be with them. I'm like, God, let me just get, you know, but it's just like, because I have that old school way too, like you said, it helps you to want to stay in it.
Yeah.
And I think that Kojic is very, like I said, we don't understand people sometimes, but we do have that old time spiritual way about us, I guess. That hand clapping, foot stomping, tongue talking. We believe in that, and you believe you're supposed to go home and not have a drink or have a smoke and all of that. And so I'm like, it just makes you feel like it's really authentic. But at the same time, while it's authentic, it's not real, if that makes sense. Like, because real life does not get addressed. Real issues do not get addressed.
Right.
If you say you're scared or anxious about something or nervous or you don't like the way this is going, then you're outside of the way that you're supposed to be, because Christianity means accepting whatever comes and being happy about it and not ever showing that you're sad or mad or anxious or upset, you know, and you're just supposed to take it and not ever, you know, show any concern for your life, really. And it's like, if you take off that mask, you're going to see something behind it that people don't even know was there. But it's like you're encouraged to never remove that mask. Always put on a happy face and just show up and do what is expected of you.
And I think that's because a lot of ministries are weak in that they're not equipped to deal with what's going on behind the mask. And when the mask comes off, instead of restoration, the response is condemnation.
Right.
And even Jesus, he said, he didn't come to condemn the world.
Right.
And that the sick, the whole, don't need a physician.
Right.
So it's not even biblical or godly to expect people to maintain a perfect facade.
Mm-hmm.
We are challenging people to live right and love right and do right. But at the same time, we have to meet the need. And I think that, which is why sometimes our churches don't grow,